When Dr. Vinay Prasad decided to leave the FDA, it wasn't just a routine job change within the vast landscape of governmental agencies. It signaled something far more significant, stirring unease and prompting questions about the inner workings of a critical institution. It was a shockwave that reverberated throughout the medical and pharmaceutical communities, raising concerns about the future direction of drug approvals and patient safety. Prasad, a relentless advocate for stronger, more robust evidence in drug approvals, a voice of reason in a complex system, consistently pushed for higher standards. He challenged the agency's delicate balance between speed in getting treatments to patients and ensuring their safety through rigorous testing and evaluation. He questioned whether the FDA was prioritizing innovation at the expense of thoroughness. His exit spotlights a crucial debate that has been simmering beneath the surface for years, now brought to the forefront by his departure. Are we approving drugs too quickly, potentially risking patient safety and well-being for the sake of rapid innovation and market access? This is the question Prasad's departure forces us to confront. The FDA's choices, the decisions made within its walls, affect every single American, regardless of background or health status. They impact everything, from the pills sitting in your medicine cabinet, waiting to be used when illness strikes, to the specific treatments your doctor recommends based on the latest FDA approvals and guidelines. Prasad's departure forces us to ask some very difficult but necessary questions about the agency's role and priorities. Is the FDA truly protecting us, acting as a steadfast guardian of public health, or is it caving to pressure from pharmaceutical companies and political interests? He was both a hero in the eyes of some and a roadblock, an obstacle in the view of others. Praised by many for his unwavering commitment to demanding rigorous proof and solid evidence before approving new drugs, while simultaneously criticized by others for potentially slowing down access to potentially life-saving new therapies for patients in desperate need. Now, with him gone from the FDA, the agency's future direction and priorities are uncertain, leaving many to wonder what changes lie ahead. To truly understand why this departure matters so profoundly and what it signifies for the future of healthcare, we'll delve into Prasad's specific role within the FDA, the controversies he sparked through his outspoken views, and ultimately, what his absence could mean for the future of medicine, for drug development, and for patient access to innovative treatments. This is a story about the critical importance of evidence-based decision-making, the complex ethical considerations involved in drug approvals, and the incredibly high stakes of medical progress for all of us. Before joining the FDA, an institution with immense power over public health, Dr. Vinay Prasad was already a well-established and influential force in the world of medicine, a prominent figure known for his sharp intellect and unwavering principles. He was a practicing cancer specialist deeply involved in patient care and the complexities of oncology. He was also a respected professor, shaping the minds of future doctors and researchers. Beyond his clinical and academic roles, Dr. Prasad was an outspoken critic of weak or insufficient evidence used in the approval process for new drugs. He consistently challenged the status quo. He championed the concept of medical reversal, rigorously exposing medical treatments that were later proven to be ineffective or even harmful through robust scientific studies. During his time at the FDA, Dr. Prasad served on the Oncologic Drugs Advisory Committee, a crucial body responsible for evaluating the safety and efficacy of cancer treatments. In this role, he consistently demanded rigorous and compelling proof that new cancer drugs truly provided a tangible benefit to patients. Not just that they were effective at shrinking tumors, a metric that doesn't always translate to improved survival or quality of life. His persistent and often tough questions made him a polarizing figure within the medical community and the pharmaceutical industry. Supporters viewed him as a vital guardian of scientific standards and ethical practices, diligently protecting patients from the burden of costly and potentially ineffective or unproven drugs. However, critics, including some voices within the pharmaceutical industry and certain patient advocacy groups, argued that he was perhaps too rigid in his demands for evidence, potentially denying hope and access to potentially life-extending treatments for those patients with limited or few alternative options. This inherent tension between the need for caution and the urgency of providing treatment ultimately defined his tenure at the FDA and significantly shaped some of the agency's most critical and heated debates surrounding drug approvals. Prasad's time at the FDA was marked by public dissent, especially over the Accelerated Approval Program, which fast-tracks drugs based on early, indirect evidence. He argued this let expensive, unproven drugs flood the market. The controversial approval of Aduhelm, an Alzheimer's drug, became a flashpoint. Prasad called it a new low, accusing the FDA of bowing to pressure and abandoning science. He also criticized the agency's close ties to the pharmaceutical industry, warning of conflicts of interest. Supporters called him a whistleblower. Detractors said he undermined trust in the FDA. His outspoken stance made him both a lightning rod and a catalyst for debate about the agency's core mission. News of Dr. Vinay Prasad's unexpected departure from the FDA rippled through the medical and scientific communities, drawing strong reactions from all sides. The announcement quickly became a trending topic, sparking intense discussions and debates. Supporters of Dr. Prasad mourned the loss of a dedicated watchdog, a staunch advocate for scientific rigor and evidence-based decision-making within a critical regulatory body. Many expressed concerns about the future direction of drug approvals. Vinay was the conscience of that committee, said one colleague, highlighting his unwavering commitment to ethical considerations and patient safety. His presence ensured a thorough and unbiased evaluation of new therapies. Patient advocates for evidence-based care voiced worries that standards would slip in his absence, potentially leading to the approval of treatments with limited or questionable efficacy. They feared a shift towards prioritizing speed over safety. Conversely, critics, including some industry groups and patient advocates for rare diseases, welcomed the change, expressing hope for faster access to new treatments and a more streamlined approval process. They argued that the FDA had become overly cautious and bureaucratic. For patients, the impact is real. With Prasad gone, drugs with less certain benefits, or those that haven't undergone rigorous testing, may reach the market more easily, potentially exposing patients to unnecessary risks and side effects. This shift could mean more hope for some, particularly those with rare or difficult-to-treat conditions who are desperate for new options. But also more risk and cost for others, as patients may be subjected to expensive and ineffective treatments, adding to the already burdensome healthcare costs. The debate over how much evidence is enough to approve a new drug is now missing one of its most vocal and influential champions inside the FDA, leaving a void in the critical discussions that shape the future of healthcare. With Prasad gone, the FDA faces a pivotal choice. Will his replacement demand rigorous evidence, or favor speed and flexibility? The answer will shape drug approvals for years. Prasad, now free from agency constraints, will likely become an even louder critic, scrutinizing the FDA from the outside. His influence may grow as he continues to challenge the agency in public forums. The stakes are high. The FDA's next moves, who it appoints, which drugs it approves, and how transparent it is, will reveal whether it prioritizes caution or innovation. The health of millions depends on getting that balance right.